Hello, welcome back for day 8 of Sketching with Jennifer. It's Wednesday, May 7th, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. You may remember yesterday I talked about showing puppets today, and so that's what we're going to do. So I brought my girls along to help me show you our puppets today. Come on out, girls. Okay, you want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Zoe.
I'm Bronte.
Bronte and Zoe love puppets too, so they're going to share some of their favorites with you. So Zoe has what kind of dog is this?
Basset Hound.
A Basset Hound in it. It's a traditional hand puppet where her hand is controlling inside the puppet. And Bronte has more of a Sesame Street Muppet style puppet with big eyes. And it is also a hand puppet, but it has this great feature so she can make it really expressive and move its hands as well. And Bronte, what is that you're using?
A rod.
So that's a rod puppet as well as look at his silly face when she opens his mouth. So thank you, girls. And now we're going to share my puppets. So back when I was in graduate school, some of my thesis work was around trauma and crisis and the art of a puppet and the power of puppets to help us transform our trauma. So I did a performance for my professors for my thesis work, and they had mythological characters in the play or in the performance. So this is the coyote, and the coyote is much like the Warner Brothers style coyote who goes hunting. Like you see the sheep in the Warner Brothers cartoons, and the wolf or the coyote is dressed like a sheep. Well, this is that kind of coyote. So there he is. He's got a knife in his hand. He's going hunting. He's got big claws, and he moves very, very quickly and dances around. My favorite feature of the blue coyote is his eyes. Now, back when they were new, they would have been white, and they are marshmallow eyes. So they're mini marshmallows, and they work perfect for his eyes. Okay, Bronte, would you please show us the armadillo? Okay, so this was the armadillo, and what I learned about armadillos and coyotes is that coyotes hunt armadillos, and armadillos roll up in balls to protect themselves because they have that nice thick outer shell. But it is their soft underbelly that gets them by the coyote. So the coyote in my story went hunting for this armadillo and turns him over and cuts his belly open. But what the coyote doesn't know is that inside this armadillo, there is a costume for me. So a whole adult size costume of an armadillo with claws for me to wear and to hunt down that coyote like the coyote or the wolf did in Warner Brothers shows. Okay, one other puppet I have in that story was a crow, and this one is looking really sad today, but when it was first made, it was really beautiful, and it had feet, and the feet just fell off, I think. But he needs to be fixed up. But he flew through the air over top of all of this during the last dance of the marionette show. And Zoe, would you share the last puppet with us? And the last puppet is, what is this?
A crocodile.
A crocodile. And so the crocodile too was a marionette. We're going to show you his tail back here. And show us his big mouth, Zoe. Awesome, thank you. So he too was a marionette. And these guys are a little bit rough today, but they were very fun to work with, and I love them a lot. But they need some help. They need to be taken care of a little bit better. Okay, so now, girls, we are going to show everyone at Oakwood our cartoons. Can you show your cartoons, please? Okay, so today's sketching is about making a funny cartoon character. So, Bronte, would you tell us about yours, please?
So these are my monsters, and they're made out of different shapes. This one is made out of a circle, a square, and a triangle.
Beautiful, thank you. And Zoe, would you tell us about yours?
This is a T-Rex and he's eating a popsicle.
Nice, thank you, girls. Okay, so, sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. We are going to be cartooning a little bit today. So, cartooning can be really, really simple. It can be, it can be taking a everyday object and making it into a cartoon character, like a spoon or a fork or a hammer or an iron or whatever it is you can think of to turn it into a characterization. So I have in the background here, I have painted some shapes. A triangle, a circle, and a squiggly mark. And I am going to ask my girls to pick one of those shapes and make it into a cartoon character. So who would like to go first?
The squiggly mark.
Okay, Bronte, go ahead and turn that into a cartoon character. Okay, tell us a little bit about that cartoon character, Bronte.
It's like a face with the eyes, the nose, and then the squiggly mark turned into the mouth.
Okay, and what kind of character would that be?
A monster.
A monster. Very cool, Bronte. When Zoe was about 2 or 3, she liked to draw monsters and send them under the bathroom door when I was in the bathroom to scare me, and they were very cool. Okay, Zoe, which one would you like to do? The circle. Okay, what are you going to make? Let's see. What kind of character did you make, Zoe?
A monster too.
Okay, can you tell everyone here what you made?
A monster.
What kind of monster would it be?
I don't know.
It's a great monster. Okay, girls, what should I make? With that triangle, what should it be?
Pizza.
A pizza. She wants to see a pizza cartoon character. Okay. So it's going to be a pepperoni pizza character. It's a blue pepperoni pizza character. And I think this character, his goal is to stay away from people, especially people like Bronte and Zoe who love to eat pizza. Okay. Good work, girls. So I'm going to bring our drawings closer so you can see them. We've got Bronte's monster, the big monster here. We got Zoe's monster with the big pink eye. And then we have my little pizza guy who wants to avoid people like Bronte and Zoe and their dad who love to eat lots of pizza. Okay, so if you get stuck and you think, how am I going to draw a cartoon character? What am I possibly going to do? One other option, and this is something I think I learned back in 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade, I don't know. long time ago is if I'm stuck or wanting to try something new, make the first letter of your name. So I've got a J here for Jennifer. And take that letter and make it into a character. Now, yesterday as I did this, I was playing around with it, I saw a duck. But today, I see a seahorse. Now, that is not the best looking seahorse ever. But when I start to add other things, still that's kind of a goofy seahorse, but it is cartooning. And it doesn't have to be realistic at all. So that's the start of my silly seahorse in my cartooning. So if you get stuck and you wonder, how am I going to create a cartoon character? Think back to some of the cartoon characters maybe you loved throughout your life, or that your kids loved throughout their life, or that you remember seeing. From Felix the Cat to Mickey Mouse to who are some cartoon characters you girls love? They love lots of cartoon characters, but they're pretty shy here on camera and in person at first. Some cartoon characters that I love are Monsters, Inc. from Disney. And so at Christmas, I had the urge to paint Mike Wazowski. He's my favorite. He's a monster. And then his best friend, Sully. And I wanted to paint them, and so I did. And I really, really enjoyed doing that. So think of some of the characters that inspire you from your life, or just think of, what kind of character would you like to bring to life, and what kind of characteristics would they have? Would they be silly? Would they be sad? Would they be alone, or would they be with other characters? What would they be like? Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Hope you're making lots of art, and please send photos my way. I'm seeing residents send photos of their art and their sketchbook covers, and they're phenomenal. So thank you so much for sending them. Remember, my email is jennifer.bethel@oakwoodvillage.net. And you can reach me if you have any questions by calling 230-4324. Thank you so much. Girls, what do you say?
Bye.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.